Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Storytime with Firefighter Blair. Today we're going to have a special guest. This is Andy Bartho. He's another firefighter here at the station and he's going to read a story for you.
Alright kids, so today I've got Richard Scarry's A Day at the Fire Station. Growing up, Richard Scarry books were probably my favorite, especially the ones with gold bugs. So if you see more of these, get a chance to check them out. I think you'll really enjoy it. So here we go. Richard Scarry's A Day at the Fire Station. Drippy and Sticky, the house painters, pull up in front of the busy town fire station. "We're here to paint the firehouse," says Drippy. "Wonderful," replies Chief Smoky. "But please, don't park your paint truck in front of the firehouse door," Smoky says. "We firefighters have to be able to drive out at any time." You see, there's the painters, there's Chief Smoky, there's the fire station. After parking their paint truck out of the way, Drippy and Sticky enter the fire station. "Wow, what a nifty place," says Drippy. "The firefighters are busy cleaning their fire engines. We firefighters like to keep our engines nice and clean, so please be careful not to get any paint on them," says Smoky. "Aye, aye, sir," replies Sticky. See the firefighters getting everything ready for the day. Drippy covers the fire engine with a big cloth so it won't get dripped on. Sticky opens the cans of paint. Drippy begins to paint the firehouse ceiling pink. Sticky starts to paint the firehouse poles and candy stripes. Oops! Drippy's cloth seems to have slipped off the fire engine. "My red fire engine," says Smoky. "It's pink." "Don't worry," says Drippy. "We'll have your fire engine cleaned up in no time." But instead of rubbing off the wet paint, it smears in long streaks. What a mess! Ring, 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 ring. Sounds a loud bell. It's the fire station alarm. The firefighters sleeping in the dormitory upstairs leap from their beds and slide down the poles to the engine below. "Oh no!" shout Drippy and Sticky. "Oh no!" shout the firefighters covered in candy stripe paint. But stained uniforms or not, the brave firefighters jump into their boots, grab their coats and helmets, and charge out of the fire station aboard their red and pink fire engine. Whir, 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 clang, clang. "Well," says Drippy, "now that the firefighters are gone, perhaps we can get to our painting." The firefighters have been called out to a traffic accident. Cecilia's cement mixer bumped into Horace's honey truck and knocked over Farmer Hal's hay wagon. What a gooey mess. Thank goodness for the firefighters. They'll have everything cleaned up in no time. Meanwhile, Drippy and Sticky have painted the firehouse floor. Paint is still wet. Doesn't it look lovely? Uh-oh. House painters, the firefighters are returning. "Wait!" cries Drippy. "Stop!" shouts Sticky. "Wet paint." They both warn. But it's too late. The fire engines skid across the freshly painted floor. Zlip, crash, splat, bang, flatch. Poor firefighters, poor Drippy and Sticky, poor firehouse. What a mess. Straw and cement and honey are everywhere. Smoky picks up a hose and sprays out the fire station. Swish, swoosh. Suddenly, there's another alarm. This time it's a fire. The firefighters throw all their equipment into the fire engines and are off to the rescue. Look, it's a fire at Vesuvio's Peppery Pizza Parlor. The firefighters hook up the pumper engine to the fire hydrant and bravely rush inside. The fire, it's in the oven. It's a burnt pizza. Hurry, firefighters! With a spray of water from the hose, the fire is put out. To thank the firefighters, Vesuvio invites them all to a big pizza. Isn't he nice? Look at how big that pizza is. Meanwhile, Drippy and Sticky have finished repainting the firehouse. The firefighters bring Drippy and Sticky takeaway pizza and wash their fire engines outside the fire station while the fresh paint dries. Aren't they thoughtful? There you go. Tams jams. Then Tammy, the tapper driver, drives up in her strawberry jam truck. Can anyone please tell me how to get to the throughway through here? Tammy asked the firefighters. Uh-oh, isn't that Roger Rhino's wrecking crane coming down? Hey, slow down there, Roger. Oh dear, crunch, squish, sploosh, splat. And the crane comes down on the jam truck. Gee, I'm awfully sorry about this, says Roger, apologizing. Oh, don't worry, says Smokey with a sigh. We'll have this cleaned up in no time. It's all on a firefighter's day at the fire station. The end. And that was A Day at the Fire Station by Richard Scarry. And as I recommended before, kids, if you've seen the other Richard Scarry books, I really recommend them. They were some of my favorites growing up.
I'd like to thank Andy Bartho, our firefighter special guest for the day. And I'd like to thank you for joining us for another episode of Storytime with Firefighter Blair, and I hope to see you soon.